Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to drop another recruiting profile for the class of 2023. We talk about the importance for locking down the state, putting up a wall around our borders, and keeping those in-state kids at Tennessee. We're going to look at Caleb Herring. I think this 2023 recruiting class starts with him. He's the #1 ranked player in the state of Tennessee. And how can we support these guys? How can we support these in-state guys? I wanted to show this off too. I think this is pretty neat. If you go to utvallshop.com, they have now added their NIL merchandise. So you can pick up Cedric Tillman merchandise. You see the Hendon Hooker t-shirt jersey there, the Hendo Cinco merchandise. They've got the baseball team covered with Drew Gilbert, Evan Russell. I just think this is a really cool thing in a way that we can support this team, support these players, and also help build the brand of NIL at Tennessee. So again, we talk about locking down the state. We're going to get into it, discuss Caleb Herring. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we are fans just like you. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop new content. Speaking of live streams and Drew Gilbert, we're going to be doing the baseball preview live stream. Not this Sunday, but next. So I hope you guys will tune in for that as we get geared up going into baseball coverage. But again, let's keep it with football. Let's talk about this class of 23. Let's talk about Caleb Herring. Again, the #1 ranked player in the state of Tennessee. He's a 4-star edge rusher. I'm going to go ahead, showing his profile there, but I'm going to go ahead and share up his highlights, get those rolling in the background so you guys can see that as we kind of go through this. So let me do that real quick. All right, now we got that up on the screen. We can go ahead and talk a little bit about Caleb Herring. Again, the #1 ranked player in the state of Tennessee. He has that connection because he is the younger brother of Elijah Herring, who just signed with Tennessee in the class of 22. His brother is an inside linebacker, while Caleb Herring is an edge rusher type of guy. Now, when you look at his size, he has added some weight there. When I showed the profile, it was down just a little bit. He's up about 15 to 20 pounds between his sophomore and junior years. The coaching staff wants him to continue to add weight, get to around 230, 235, somewhere around in there. But when you look at that, it's interesting to watch guys come in and get into a weight room at the college level. That's what I'm excited about. 22 prospect Justin Williams, now that he's on campus, showed up around 215 pounds. Look what he can do once he gets into that college weight room. But continuing to talk here about Caleb Herring, he did camp back at the night at Neyland in June, but he's also been on campus a lot because of his brother, taking visits with his brother. He was on campus back-to-back weeks for the South Carolina as well as the Ole Miss game, and we all remember the atmosphere of that Ole Miss game. So he has seen Neyland under the lights in that hostile environment. But he talks a lot about Josh Heupel and family. Both of these kids, both Caleb and Elijah Herring, both seem to be very, very good kids. They have a high football IQ, well-spoken, respectful, the type of guy that fits into that family atmosphere that Josh Heupel is trying to build. According to Austin Price over at VolQuest.com, sounds like Caleb Herring is looking to make a decision sometime around April. So the sooner we can get him in the boat, the better. Obviously, Tennessee leads. I think he does have a crystal ball from Steve Wiltong. But I just think it sets the standard. Again, locking down the borders. We look at the class of 22. Tennessee did not do a good job with in-state talent. Walter Nolan to Texas A&M. Ty Simpson, Alabama. Barian Brown, Kentucky. Jordan James, Georgia. Keaton Wade, you know, the University of Kentucky. It goes on and on and on. Tennessee did add Cameron Miller. They also added Elijah Herring, the brother of Caleb. And they're also still working on Giovanni Davis in the class of 2022. But overall, Tennessee dropped the ball. They did not lock down the state. And we talk about the importance of that. Now, when it comes to Caleb Herring, sounds like the USC Trojans are after him pretty hard. He's also got offers from Kentucky, Arkansas, South Carolina. I saw an interview with him where he said that Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, teams like that were contacting him, but they've yet to offer. When you go and you look at the scouting report for Caleb Herring, this is from Cooper Patania, national recruiting analyst for 24/7 Sports. Says he appears to possess ideal size for the position, has the ability to add additional weight to his frame. Again, I'm encouraged by the fact that he's added 15 to 20 pounds between his sophomore and junior season. We'll see how much more he can add. I think he said he's around 220 right now. We'll see how much he can add before his senior season. Says he possesses good athleticism, displays and position versatility off the edge as a pass rusher with the ability to drop and play off-ball linebacker. Exhibits a good first step off the line of scrimmage, shows the ability to bend the edge, plays a little high, and possesses some slight hip stiffness, but overcompensates with initial quickness at the point of attack. Says he flashes good lateral run and chase ability with a burst to close. Versatile pass rusher that plays with good speed and can be used in a variety of ways. Will need to continue to add bulk to his frame to improve his ability to play the run. Active defender that plays fast and will continue to develop in this area. Win with the first step and initial quickness. Has athletic upside and ability to become a good starter at the next level. Adds special teams value. So that's the scouting report there on Caleb Herring. And again, I just think this is the key to the class of 23. You got to get him in the boat early. And I like the fact you have the connection with his brother. You know, he's been around campus. He's established that relationship for all of his junior season. Now he becomes the priority as he goes into his senior year. I like Rodney Garner being on the recruiting trail. I want to see what Garner can do with this defensive line moving forward, because we talked all year long that Tennessee needs to get more pressure on the quarterback. They need to have a better pass rush. I feel like they did well in the run game. You know, they kept selling the stats of tackles for loss. That was a big talking point all year long. But to help out this secondary, to help out the linebacker play, they have to get more pressure on the quarterback. Byron Young seems to be a guy that can do that. I'm excited to see him develop another year under Rodney Garner. The sky is the limit for Byron Young. But can a guy like Tyler Barron come on and be an edge rusher? I'm excited about some of the big guys in the middle. Dejon Terry's the guy who came on late last year. I'm excited about him moving forward another year. But what about some of these young guys coming in? What about, James Pierce, who just got the additional 5th star over at On3's recruiting site? How good can he be? Can he come in and make an impact early? What about Tyree West? What about Joshua Joseph? Some of these incoming freshmen, how much of an impact can they truly make? And that's when we look at this roster. And because Tennessee overperformed in 2021, in my opinion, I think our expectations are so high. But when you look at the roster and have what Josh Heupel has to do, he's got to flip this roster. And I think we're living in a day and age where the transfer portal can help you take that to the next level a little bit quicker than you expected. But Rodney Garner is bringing in some RLDs, in the words of Coach Eckler, some real live dudes. Again, the guys I just rattled off, James Pierce, Tyree West, Joshua Josephs. You get a guy like Caleb Herring. You start adding layers of talent, guys that come in and compete. Iron sharpens iron. The future is bright. I'm excited about what Rodney Garner can do with this defense, but I'm excited about Caleb Herring. I feel strongly that he's going to end up at Tennessee, but again, I just think he is the building block, the foundation, a guy almost like a Taven Jackson, a guy that comes in and becomes the mouthpiece, a guy that hits the recruiting trail for your football program. So the sooner Caleb Herring gets in the boat, the better. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about his tape, his scouting report? What do you think about the defensive line going into 2022? Can Rodney Garner get more from less? Once again, can he bring those young guys along fast enough? And also, I wouldn't be surprised to see Rodney Garner add one more edge guy through the transfer portal once we get through spring. But hit that comment section. Let me know. Also, go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support would be greatly appreciated. And if you have not done so yet, smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.